All right, everyone, like I promised yesterday, I am going to go over my favorite changes coming to Ember Rise. Now, these are just my personal favorites. I know that they're not going to be the same for everybody, but these are the things that I'm really excited about. So I'm kind of going to go in the order that they were released at the interview, and then I added some stuff that was added in the patch notes that went on the test server today. So let's get started. The first thing, leaving matches will increase the amount of time you are banned from play. I think this is a great change. There's way too much of an issue right now in Rainbow Six where people will leave a match to derank. And this is a huge issue. Basically, the more you derank, the longer it's going to kick you out. And it will continue to get worse and worse and worse. And I think that this is going to stop boosting a lot. And I'm really, really excited for this. AFK players will automatically drop the diffuser so you don't have to team kill for diffuses anymore, which is a huge thing. It's not so much when you're playing with a full team. But when you're not playing with a full team, a lot of times, especially if you're playing like solos or duos, you end up with a random who may be AFK who ends up with a diffuser because no one picked it up, and then you have to kill them to get the diffuser, which activates your friendly fire. And with this, they automatically drop it, so all you have to do is swing by their body and go to the objective. So I think this is a great change, just a kind of quality of life thing. It's really simple. It's just kind of, we should change this. And yeah, I think they did a good move there. So they've decided to add a new rank to the system called the Champions rank. And I think that this is a good change for some people. I think a lot of people aren't going to notice because really in the Rainbow Six community, once you hit Plat, you do have those that strive for Diamond, but most of the time when you hit Plat, that's like the place to be. I think this is for those people that are striving for Diamond right now. If you really want to be the best player in the world, the Champions rank actually ranks you with other champions, so it will put a number to your MMR. And so the number one champion might have 7,000, 7,500, something like that. And it'll tell you what level you're at in regards to the world ranking. And this is for people who are like, I want to be the best of the best of the players. And I think that this is a great move for them. I'm not sure how many people will make it into champions. Like I said, a lot of people like to kind of just sit at plat and not really strive for that diamond. Also, it might create a specific type of grind for the champion rank. That's kind of the way diamond is right now. Like, people have getting to diamond down to a T most seasons. So I'm interested to see where this is going, but I think overall, for those who are like overachievers and really want to be the best of the best, this is a great move for them. So kind of in the same vein as the champions rank, we have a new adjustment to the ranks, and if I can get a picture for you, I'll put it on screen right now. So basically what they've done here is just add some ranks to the lower levels, so like copper and bronze, and they've taken away some ranks from the higher levels. Previously, it would be all the ranks, so a copper, bronze, silver, gold, all up until platinum would be ranks 1 or 4, 3, 2, 1. So you would, if you were on the lower end, you'd be a 4. If you were on the higher end, you'd be a 1, and that was at any rank. Now they've taken away some ranks, so I think there's still 4 silvers, but I think that there's 5 coppers. Like I said, I'm going to throw this on screen for you guys real quick. Basically, there's only 3 golds. So what this does is it creates a more balanced system where silver and gold means something now. Right now, in the way that the ranking system works, silver and gold is pretty much trashed here. Like, you're not nearly as good as like a platinum or a diamond or something like that if you're a silver or gold. And it's been that way since the game released, and there's a stigma to being a silver and gold. I think that this will go a long way to making those ranks mean something. You know, it's part of the grind that you have to get to gold, and that will mean something now. My only concern with this change overall is how long will the stigma against silvers and golds stick around after this release, after the ranks have changed. I think that they'll stick around for a long time, and I think that people are still going to trash on golds, they're still going to trash on silvers, even though it's a lot harder to get to that rank now, which I think is sad, but the idea is for the future, and in the future that will change. I'm almost certain of it, that golds will not nearly be looked at the same way that they are now. So I'm excited to see this change. This is honestly one of my favorite things in this, because someone who's in what they call the meat grinder right now, where I'm not naturally gifted at FPS games and I have to really try for that rank, being a gold like doesn't mean that you're a bad player. It means that you might make some mistakes here and there, but you're learning. And I think that we need to represent that better. And that's why I think that this is one of the best changes. So with the new map pool for ranked, I think is a really good change with one really big exception. So they removed Hereford, removed Theme Park, removed Fortress, added the new canal, which looks fantastic, by the way. But my mind is still blown that Skyscraper is still in ranked. If you're on a lower tier, so if you're a silver or below, I'd say, it's a defender-sided map. Runouts are massive, and silvers really don't deal with runouts nearly as well. Which, okay, you should learn to deal with that. But then when you do learn to deal with aggression like that, it immediately changes into such a heavily attacker-sided map. So it goes from being a heavily defender-sided map where they just run out on you, get a couple picks, and then you're done for the rest of the match. But then when you get past that and you can actually deal with aggression like that, you get to the point where it's so heavily attacker-sided. Like, there's so many places where you can just open one wall and play it. I think that Skyscraper was worse than Hereford. I think that Skyscraper is worse than Fortress. I know some people won't agree with me on that, and that's just personal preference. But in my personal preference, it blows my mind that something that can be so heavily weighted in either direction made it in the game. But that's just me. Overall, I think that the map changes are fine. This is another really, really good change. There is something coming to the game called the Unranked playlist. And basically what this is it's casual MMR. So it doesn't account to your rank. It doesn't decrease or increase your normal rank in the ranked game mode, but it has ranked rules. I think this is perfect. So it has the 3-minute timer. It has the different planting, things like that. I think this is great. I think this is perfect. There's so many times where I want to play with friends and they play casual. And I don't play casual. I played ranked. I have like 102 matches in ranked this season. They don't play ranked, but this provides kind of a common point between us. They can jump up from casual into these game list and not worry about their rank, and then I can kind of lower into this where I don't have to worry about my rank if I play with them. I think it provides a nice cushion between casual and ranked. It's perfect. It's perfect for practicing. Like I said, I'm in the meat grinder right now. I'm trying to practice and get my game up. And an unranked playlist where I don't have to worry about my rank but can still practice the ranked style, perfect. I am totally down for this. It makes it easier for people who are from casual trying to get into ranked and they don't want to necessarily throw their skill out there for everyone to see. It gives them a safe place to practice before they jump immediately into ranked. And the last thing that I want to talk about today is kind of something that got added from the patch notes for the test server that just got released today, and that is you are now unable to queue with anybody in ranked if you have a difference in 1,000 elo or more, which is an unfortunate change, but one that is needed. Like I said earlier in the video, boosting is a huge issue, and the higher you go, the worse it gets. Boosting, hacking, and everything happens mostly at plat, and it's really unfortunate, but I think this is a necessary change for people who are trying to bring a copper in with a bunch of diamonds. They're going to end up getting against golds, and those golds aren't going to be able to do anything against diamonds. I think that this is a great change. I looked at it, and so my IGL right now is at a plat 3, and I'm at a gold 4. We can still play together, so that's a pretty good difference between them. So we can still play together, but once you get into like those lower silvers and everything, that's where you're going to find that split. Like I said, it's an unfortunate change, but I think it's very necessary to keep the boosting problem to a minimum. And I think that it's quite possibly the best compromise they could come up with to eliminate this issue. Plus, with the release of the Unranked playlist, I think that you'll have a place to play ranked with your friends. You'll be able to play with that game mode with people who are lower elo than you. So I think that it's a perfect combination between everything. I think that they've been working on this for a long, long time, and they finally were like, yes, that is the one we want to stick with. So other than that, I do have a couple more things I want to talk about, but I'm going to put those into a different video. If you guys have any suggestions for me on videos you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments, and I will see you all later.